So I'm really pleased to invite Mitzi Dean onto the stage, who is the Parliamentary Secretary for Gender Equity here in British Columbia. Mitzi, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we're here in fantastic Vancouver, in beautiful, beautiful British Columbia. And I know that gender equality is clearly an important priority for the provincial government. Can you say a little bit more about why that is and what you're doing?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Vancouver is a beautiful city. I want to welcome everybody to the beautiful province of British Columbia and recognize that we're here on the traditional territory of the Squamish, Musqueam and Tsleil-Waututh Indigenous peoples. And our government is very proud to promote gender equity. In fact, we have the only caucus in all of Canada that is gender balanced. So when the Premier comes in to work with his team, he has 20 men and 20 women that he's working with as well. And thank you. And we have a gender-balanced cabinet as well. And it's such an honor for me to be working with my colleagues in cabinet. I work with all of our ministers to make sure that we bring a gender equity lens to all of our work. So, for example, we are investing over $1 billion in childcare across the province. Now, childcare is the single most social policy that will close the gap between men and women in our society. One of the other things that we've done is we've raised the minimum wage. The majority of people who are living precariously earning the minimum wage are women. And not only that, we actually brought liquor servers, we're a separate group, and they weren't even in line with the minimum wage. We brought them into the benefits of the minimum wage, and that benefits over 80% of people in that sector. Fantastic. Are women as well. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. And you remind me of something that the UK went through just last year, which was we made it a legal requirement for organisations of 250 employees and above to measure and publish and address our gender pay gap. And this was quite groundbreaking, and it has thrown up some quite extraordinary results. And what's the sort of things that you have found in the course of your work here?
Yeah, well, we're looking at a whole basket of options to actually close that gap across the province. And the work that we've been doing with the private sector is actually supporting them, making pledges to increase women in leadership roles and increase women's opportunities and to increase women represented on boards. Because in the 2 years that we've been in government, we've been able to increase women's representation on public boards from 41% up to 49%. So we're nearly at parity in just 2 years. Yes. And it's about being intentional. Yes. It's about saying this is something that's really important to us as well. And even smaller things can have a really big impact. For example, we mandated all school districts to make sure that menstrual products are free and available in all of our schools. And I've heard from so many young women across the province who have said what an important step that is for them as well. And then we've also invested over $750 million in transition housing. You know, we recognize that actually women live precariously, they are exploited, they're at risk of gender-based violence, and we need to have a whole continuum of support for them to be able to create that safety. You need that safety, security, and stability to even be able to move forward with economic empowerment and advancement as well.
I couldn't agree more, and it's absolutely right that we are talking about it in the political and economic set of themed conversations here on the Power Stage. Thank you very much indeed. You've reminded us that this isn't the right thing, just the right thing to do. It is absolutely the smart thing, the sensible thing. There are business and economic outcomes to everything that we do, and everybody benefits. Mitzi, thank you so much indeed.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's hear it from Mitzi. Thank you.